Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. Capitol Police say the suspect pointed a weapon at officers who then shot and injured him.
All of a sudden, it was just a scramble with people yelling and screaming and officers just coming out from every direction with guns drawn.
Congress is on break this week, so many lawmakers are back in their home districts. However, Washington, D.C. is filled with tourists while children are off school and the cherry blossoms are in bloom. Authorities said right away this was not an act of terrorism.
We believe that this is an act of a single person who has frequented the Capitol grounds before, and there is no reason to believe that this is anything more than a criminal act.
And that person police are talking about is 66-year-old Larry Dawson from Antioch. Tonight, we're learning more about Dawson and his past from people who knew him here in Middle Tennessee. New at 10, News Channel 5's Emily Luxon spoke with his neighbors and a former co-worker. And Emily, were they surprised by today's events?
Yeah, they definitely were. You know, everyone I talked to said the same thing. They said he's a friendly guy, and they certainly never expected that he would be involved in a shooting. But we've also learned that he has a bit of a troubled past that includes several run-ins with the law. In a quiet Antioch neighborhood, people know Larry Dawson as a family man who lives with his daughter and son-in-law and was often seen walking his dog and chatting with neighbors.
He's a real friendly guy. He's nice. He's a nice person. Friendly with everybody. Mostly everybody know him around.
Arthur Menifee worked as a Williamson County school bus driver with Dawson in the 1980s. He remembers him as helpful and trustworthy.
Well, he wasn't a loud person. He was quiet, but he liked to talk. And he was good-natured.
However, while working as a school bus driver in 2001, Dawson was arrested for harassing a teenage girl who was a passenger on his school bus. He allegedly wrote the 17-year-old letters asking her to become his wife and bear his children. At the time, he claimed to be a prophet of God, and the state suggested he was insane and unfit to stand trial on the charges. Dawson is also listed as the pastor at the St. Luke's Community Church in Antioch. His photo appears on the church's website, as well as details on the movement, where he encourages people to support raising the federal minimum wage to $15. Neighbors say it was a cause that often led him to take trips to Washington. That's Dawson last year when he interrupted a meeting in the U.S. House chamber, again claiming he was a prophet of God. He was arrested. With his name making national headlines again, neighbors are now waiting and hoping more information comes soon.
Nothing surprises me anymore. Even the nicest people can turn out to be bad, but nothing really shocks me at all anymore.
And Dawson also had a funeral director's license with the state of Tennessee that was revoked. He tried to get that reinstated 3 times, but the state would not clear it because of questionable moral character. Of course, we will continue to follow this developing story on air and online at newschannel5.com. Reporting live in the newsroom, Emily Luxon, News Channel 5.
All right, thank you, Emily. And a clarification here, Dawson did not fire a gun today, but police say he did pull out a weapon. Dawson did require surgery after Capitol Police shot him. Investigators also say a woman near Dawson suffered some minor injuries.